Welcome to the JAMODI podcast, where we interview coaches and leaders to find out not just what they do, but how they do what they do. Becoming the best version of ourselves is JAMODI, just a matter of doing it. How do you teach shooting confidence with your teams?
This is one thing that shooting confidence I think is really important. I think it's really tricky. And I think it's something that early on as a coach, I feel like I had a lot of things going for me early on as a coach. I had the chance to work for a great coach in Todd Duncan and learned a lot from him. I was really passionate, and I was consumed with the game, maybe obsessed. And I was willing to work really hard, but there was a lot that I didn't know and wasn't very mature about. And I think I was really bad about, I would define what a good shot was, but then I would turn around and I would get frustrated by that shot if I didn't like the result, and that's really confusing to players. And I think we really have a tendency to do that as coaches. So one, I think if you're going to give shooting confidence, you have to give freedom, and you can't have total control. And I think it's a really hard balance to strike. And I don't know that there's any one right answer. I think one way we try to do that is again, we try to teach them to be process oriented and not results oriented. And we try to use film to do that. One example of that is we have a freshman, his name's Zach Day, got a chance to be a really, really great shooter. He already is a great shooter. I was trying to teach Zach about shot selection and trying to be really careful about making sure that I protected his confidence. And so, one thing we did with Zach is brought him in, made a highlight film of every shot, every 3-point shot he took over the course of the year. And I would let him grade the shot 1 to 10, but I would pause it as soon as he landed and before the ball got to the rim. So he wouldn't get a chance to see how the shot ended up. He would just get to see the situation, his balance, his follow through. And, I think that's a good way to do it because you take the result out. Because if a shot goes in, a kid's automatically going to think, well, it was a, 7, 8, 9, 10 on a scale of 1 to 10. But I think, again, if you sit down and you watch film with them, you get a chance to show them what you see as the coach. And, maybe I could better explain to him sitting down and watching film that we could have got a better shot if you'd have made one more pass here, or maybe 2 possessions before we had taken a couple quick 3-point shots and we wanted to get into our, a couple reversals before we take that shot. And I think being able to show them on film, you get to help them kind of see some of the nuances that they don't see when they're out on the court.
I love that idea of having them rate or judge the shot before they see the outcome through film. I think that's really powerful. One thing you said too that was unique is you want to help to protect their confidence. So like a shooter, we can't give them a lot of confidence as coaches because deep down they know if they've prepared or not. They can't lie to themselves. So this kid, this freshman, he's prepared. So he has the right to be confident. He's put in the time. So at that point, then we can come alongside of him and help him protect it. Because I think the idea of, as coaches, us giving them confidence where they don't have any confidence, but now we're going to give it to them. I just don't think it works like that.
Yeah, that's a great point. And I think that's a big part of it too, is understanding that, or helping players understand that your skill is a big part of your confidence. And, it takes skill to have confidence. And a great example of that is Joseph Van Zandt, who was an 4-time All-State player for us. There was nothing I could do to take his confidence away because he was just really good, and he's got that in him. And trying to help players understand that, hey, he has earned his confidence because he spent a lot of time in the gym.
Yeah. One of the things I hate hearing, a few years ago, I was coaching select ball, and after one of our workouts, a parent came up and said, "Oh, we're so glad that they're here and they're going to be coached." And it made me feel really good. But then they said their high school coach really stole their confidence. And in that moment, I kind of wanted to say, you know what? I don't think this is going to work out, because it wouldn't be long. It wouldn't be long until I said something or I did something that they viewed as, oh, he's stealing his confidence away too. So I think the more that we can help our players to feel like they've prepared, whether it's practice, giving them a plan, but then, like you said, coming alongside of them and helping protect it. That's huge. Thank you for checking out today's episode. Please take a moment to subscribe to this podcast, share it with your fellow coaches, and find us on social media for what's coming up next on the JAMODI podcast. It's just a matter of doing it.